Alright folks, going to do a quick review on the tent that I love and I've been using for a few years. I bought this tent July 2019. First used it on a wild camp quite high up on the forest, Ben Alder Forest Monroes. It's the 3F UL pyramid tent. It's also known as the Leaning Tower. It's technically a Lanshan, but I like to call it as the Lanshan 1.5. Unfortunately, you can't buy this anymore. Well, there's two websites I've seen it on, and it's just unavailable. I don't know what the script is, if they've discontinued it or not. But I love this tent. It's my go-to tent. I like the Lanshan 1, but I do prefer this one because of the vestibule. So this is the bag it comes in, and it weighs, without the pegs, you're looking at just about a kilo, just over a kilo, which is quite good for a backpacking tent. So I'm going to get pitching. So the pegs that come with the tent are not exactly the greatest, but I use a combination of them. Eastons, these are brilliant. And I've got these wee Alpkit fellies that Robin gave me, quite good these. So it's much just like pitching the Lanshan 1. I peg the four corners out and then get the pole in. I usually set the pole the highest it can go because that gives it its beautiful pyramid shape. Sorry to get its pyramid shaped. All I need to do now is go around and tighten up the guy lines. Annoyingly as well, the ground is very tussocky and bumpy, so I can't get the perfect flat pitch. By the way, if you must know, I'm in a lovely little spot in the Lammermuir Hills, just on the border between East Lothian and the Scottish borders. And my extra guy lines, so I added them. This one is the most important. This gives it its structure. I added one here, one that side, and one that side. Like the Lanshan 1, I also use seam seal around the stitching, as a lot of people have said that on the Lanshan 1 it leaks. And it's not waterproof. So I thought, right, better be safe. It has line locks which are quite easy to use. Pull it down to get it taut. Although my only grip about these is I think the Lanshan 1 line locks are a lot better than these ones. But I could do a lot of mods and improve it, but it's finding the time. It's looking very taut at the moment. And it is pretty straightforward. There's just 4 little hooks that you just attach. One at the back, one at the sides and at the top. So you stretch the inner out and it has a little hook where you hook underneath the line lock, like so. So the tent material, the fly is 15D silicone coated nylon, and the inner tent is 20D mesh, and finally the bottom is 20D silicone coated nylon. My only gripe is I'm sure in one of the corners, not this corner, they're stitching it, it's coming quite loose, so might be a problem, eh? As you can see, there is a considerable amount of room in the vestibule. What I like about trekking pole tents is you can obviously adjust the length of the pole depending on if the tent gets a lot of condensation or not. And I obviously can use the guy lines as well if condensation is a problem. As you can see, it's still quite spacious. I'm about 5'7", 5'8". Still a lot of headroom. There's quite a fair bit of room in here. And by bringing the pole out as well, I can actually extend the inner. So I've not found many reviews for this tent on YouTube. There's one guy, an American, Section 77 he calls himself. And in one of the comments, somebody said that they've used this tent in Switzerland in deep snow. Now, I wouldn't take this... I've used it in winter, but I wouldn't take it high up in the cairngorms, you know what I mean, in a whiteout. That's what probably Hillebergs are for, eh? But plus this mesh inner, it would just be too cold in the winter. However, in this next clip you will see I got a Lanshan 4-season inner. Obviously it fits in the Lanshan 1 no problem, but I wanted to see if it could fit in this. So I tested it out in the garden a few months ago. Let's see how I got on. So this is the 4-season inner for the Lanshan 1, and I'm going to see if it can fit in the pyramid tent. It might not, I might have to use 2 poles. You after a treat, are you? You want a treat? So the question is, could I really sleep in there in the winter? Nah, it doesn't really fit very well. You'd be inner touching the outer, like a wee bit of a coffin in there. You's after a biscuit. You's wanting a treat, are you? You's wanting a biscuit. You want a biscuit? You want a treat and a biscuit? Biscuit daft, eh? One for you. One for you. One for you. One for you. So what I've done is put 2 extra pegs either side. The same with there. Peg there and a peg over there. So that would actually work. Because the inner is too small, it's only designed for the Lanshan 1. I've had to actually put the hook into the walking pole strap, so that could be a bit of an issue. Yep, I could probably use this for winter. Be doable. Forgot to mention as well, when I bought this tent a few years ago, I think it was only about 70, 80 quid. So it's a complete bargain, especially how many times I've had it out. A few months ago as well, I also did a wee rain test, because I use this tent all the time in good weather, so I wanted to see how it would cope in crappy weather. Let's see how I got on. Well, since I'm always camping in good weather, I thought I'd give the tent a little rain test and just see how it copes. Look who's got a haircut. It's a different dog, eh? The fly tent material is made from 15D silicone coating, and it's got a waterproof index of 5,000 millimeters. What? Dogs will do anything for treats, eh? You treat daft, don't you? You treat daft. Still bone dry. A few puddles forming round there. So it's been 3 hours of sustained heavy rain and the tent is coping well. I don't think it's been out in this much rain before. So I hope you've enjoyed my wee review for my go-to backpacking tent for the hills. If this ever gives up the ghost, then, because I can't buy another one, I don't know what I would do. get a bigger Lanshan one. I think if I could afford it, I would get a dual mid, what Stripey Hat Guy's got, or even the Hex Peak. Scott for Outlaw Landscapes has got one of the tents. I just love a hiking pole pyramid shaped tent. I think they're brilliant. They're brilliant in the wind as well. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.